Hello guys, I'm coming to y'all this afternoon with a heavy heart because one of my adoptive relatives in the Gambia has lost one of his in-laws because of complications of childbirth, y'all. Complications of childbirth. The young lady delivered a baby. Thank the Most High, the baby is still alive, but she could not recover from losing too much blood, y'all. Something simple as blood. They couldn't stop her from bleeding. And for simple reasons like they don't have qualified or enough physicians. That's what it is, y'all. For the poor, they don't have the correct doctors. So she delivered in a hospital in the village. They transferred her to the city. They didn't have any beds at that hospital, almost like a Jesus story, y'all. And she had to move on to another hospital. And by that time, when they was able to get her, it was too late, y'all. And when I was in the Gambia earlier this year, one of our workers, his sister also passed away because of complications of pregnancy. She had pregnancy-induced hypertension. So it was just a matter of not having the correct care. I had so many patients when I was a nurse that had pregnancy-induced hypertension. Not to say all of them made it, but I can say gladly most of them did. But I just hear story after story of sad stories. One time I was in Nigeria, and one of my in-laws' friends also had a complication. They nicked her uterine artery, y'all, when they did her C-section. And the doctor didn't even have enough sense to understand what he did. He said, I just nicked it small, just a little. I don't know what happened. Anybody knows. All it takes is just a small nick for a uterine artery for you to bleed out. But he was not qualified, y'all. He was incompetent. Is it that the best doctors leave with that awful brain drain? I'm not gonna lie. When they was talking about deporting people from the developed countries, I was jumping up and down, y'all. I was like, I hope they start off with the doctors and the nurses and that will force them to go back where they really need it. And they can open up their own clinics and their own hospitals where they don't have to worry about the hospital paying them on time or whatever. They can do all kind of beautiful fundraisers instead of people just partying like it's 1999 on the weekends. They can actually have fundraisers to keep those clinics and hospitals afloat. Y'all, it's just the right thing to do. I know. When I was married to a Nigerian, y'all, his uncle, Reverend Martin, sent so many people to the United States through his nonprofit. I think it was the Pilgrim Baptist Mission or something or another. But y'all, they sent so many people to the USA. They were supposed to get educated and then go back and help the people. In fact, I wanted to be a midwife and go back and do that when I was still married, of course. And he was supposed to become a Pharm D and help the people. But sometimes the plans of man just don't work out. But I'm just making a plea today to you guys that's out there in the diaspora. Instead of another big house and another fancy car, could you just consider giving, even if it's just 2, 3 years or more, back to the community that nurtured you and helped you to be who you are today. Whatever medical professional you are, they need you so badly. And I would like to think if I got sick in the motherland, that I would have a competent doctor and nurse to take care of me, and it'll be enough help for everybody, not just for the foreigners who could afford to go to the special hospitals. You know, needs to be available for everybody, especially if the nurses and the doctors came from the community in the first place, that they had help of everybody to get to the developed countries and get the education. Why not keep your promise and go back and help the people? They really need you. They do. So I'm just pleading. I am pleading so badly. Let's make the mother-baby mortality much better. We need these mothers alive. We need the babies here. They're our future, y'all. We gotta help them. We gotta help them. So I'm just asking today, all you great medical professionals doing whatever kind of fancy surgeries or just simply bringing new life into the world safely, consider going back home that nurtured you and give back by working amongst the people who nurtured you to come here in the first place or wherever you are. Please come back and help the people. They need you. They need you. Come into an era of need. Can't you see that could be a real purpose instead of having to compete with all the other doctors and nurses in these developed countries that have so many doctors and nurses in the first place? Y'all fighting with each other to get the patients with the money and the fancy insurances. It's horrible, y'all. Medicaid, Medicare, gonna all be phased out for a lot of the people. A lot of positions will be closed, but they have plenty of openings in the motherland. So please, consider going back home and helping the people, even if you just help educate the future people so they can be there and take care of the people. That'll be great too. I'll say thank you so much for listening to me and considering going back home to the motherland to help the people that really need you. The regular brother and sister over there, especially the young sisters who need a safe caregivers so they can have a great pregnancy, delivery, and healthy baby. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you for considering doing the right thing. I love you all. Peace, peace, power to the people. The struggle continues. And the people that you're looking for to change the world is you. You can do it. Somebody helped you change your world once upon a time. That's why you are the doctor you are today, or the nurse you are today, or the pharmacist you are today, etc., etc., etc. Bye.